Mount Fuji is Japan's most famous mountain, and I want to take you to a bunch of locations where you can enjoy its beauty as well as enjoy the local delicacies. All right, let's get to it. I'm here with Manu, who is kindly driving for most of the trip.
Road trip, let's go!
Road trips in Japan are really fun because I feel like I get to go to places I wouldn't normally get to if I was taking public transport, because you can just like easily access it and you kind of see things along the way and you're like, oh, let's stop there. And I like that flexibility. And it's not too expensive. For 3 days, we're only paying about 150 bucks each. Not too bad. It's just really the tolls you gotta take into consideration, because it's like, sometimes it adds up, but you know, when you're splitting it with a group of people, it's not that bad. We've come to our first pit stop along the way, which is one of the most popular ones here, called Expasa. When you come to pit stops, they sometimes have these little yatai, like pop-up restaurants, and I found one that specializes in onigiri, and it's not just any onigiri, it's kind of like blowtorch one. So I think I'm gonna get like a yaki onigiri with like soy sauce. They made it super quickly. Oh, I'm excited. My favorite onigiri, and this is my breakfast today, and it's still super hot. Like, look at that steam. Whew, itadakimasu. Not bad. It's $2.80, so not super cheap, but also not super expensive. But it's enough to keep me going. So one thing you always find is a lot of gachas at service areas, as well as vending machines, like coffee vending machines. But this one's pretty big, so they've actually got a Starbucks, as well as some like famous chains like Skia as well. Some of the things you can find at like roadhouses here are really famous and they're shown on TV. So people literally travel out here just to try it, like this apple pie behind me. But I'm good. I think I'm just gonna also stock up on some water because I didn't have any. We got Mount Fuji themed water because we're near the mountain. I bought this milk from the bakery and it's premium Fuji milk, Manu.
Ooh, I got the good premium Fuji water.
Oh, so did I. Yeah. I like going around to like areas in Japan and reviewing the milk. So let's go Mount Fuji cows. That's some creamy milk.
Dude, that's
I approve.
Creamy AF.
And it comes in a nice glass bottle.
What?
What are you eating? I got my shiopan. Have you ever had shiopan before? Yeah.
I like it too. I was feeling chocolatey.
Oh, this is my like go-to bread. I always get this.
The shiopan?
Yeah. First stop on our trip is Lake Kawaguchiko, and this is one of the most famous and iconic places to see Mount Fuji, which is indeed the lake, but there's no view of Fuji. So we might have to drive around and do a loop, which I've never had the chance to do. Yeah, there's a lot of nature out here. There's ducks, there's birds, there's Manu.
What? Yeah, nature.
One of the spots I'm really excited to check out is this momiji tunnel, which is essentially like these autumn leaves that line up the road, and then you kind of drive through it. And hopefully they look good. It's quite red at the moment, but we'll see. Mount Fuji.
Mount Fuji. Oh my god, that's really nice.
Yeah, I know, they're nice, right? There's actually quite a lot of people just getting out of the car and just taking a photo, because you can literally see the contrast of like Mount Fuji and the autumn leaves. It looks beautiful. I think we're gonna stop and get out, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. A lot of the leaves have definitely already fallen down, but the ones that are remaining look pretty fantastic. And I like that this isn't too overcrowded because you have to access it really by car, so it kind of restricts the amount of people coming here. And there's even people doing like a wedding photo shoot. It's sweet. Actually, this area is really popular to rent a bicycle and cycle around the whole lake, which I've actually done before and I recommend that. So that's another way to access this spot if you don't want to drive. If you're in this area, basically wherever you go, you're gonna have a pretty incredible view of Mount Fuji, and it's hard to not stop and take photos. That was one of the best spots. Pretty top tier.
Yeah, that was really, really nice. And honestly, I was a bit skeptical.
Really?
When you said like, oh, we're gonna be at peak time momiji season at Fuji, because I remember like almost a month ago. Yeah, like almost a month ago, I was like in Hakone, and it was already like the momiji started to like already change colors there, and I was like, oh man, we might be way too late, but yeah.
I think that's because it's so high up, like altitude-wise, it gets colder faster. Because think about how warm it is here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even to Sarah, I mean,
I should
have never doubted here. Yeah.
This was one of the spots I checked out on one of my first Fuji trips ever, and this was covered in purple lavender in about May, and now it's just like turned to green, so I didn't know that about lavender. It's really beautiful actually. I wasn't sure how it would look when the kokia bushes aren't like red, but still worth checking out. One interesting thing I learned is that Mount Fuji, it is a cultural heritage site, but not only is it Mount Fuji, it's also like a lot of things surrounding it. So the forest area, the plants, the shrines, as well as the lakes, they're all really important culturally and protected legally. Just as good as I remember. It's kind of like a salty vanilla.
No, it's very good. I like it a lot.
This is the hotel we're staying at. It's called Shoji Mount Hotel and it's right in front of Shoji Lake and we've got a great view of Mount Fuji. And it's quite clear now because I think it's later in the day and it's clearing up, but it's freezing in the cold. I want to give you a bit of a room tour of our hotel. It's very traditional Japanese. It's tatami and there's futon, which is my favorite style of hotel in Japan, to be honest. And not only that, we have a window view of Mount Fuji and it's actually incredible. Can't believe we got this room. It looks amazing. We also have this little table here where we can sit at and relax and drink a cup of tea. And there's a little mini TV. We each get our own futon. The bathroom here is very basic. It's a unit bath style where the toilet and the bathroom are together, but it's fine because there's 2 onsens here. And apparently they're open 24 hours. So even if I'm feeling like I can't sleep and I want a sneaky onsen, I can hop in.
So it turns out this is an actual lava stone from Mount Fuji that we're grilling our meat on. How thematic.
Love that. It's pretty rare.
That's pretty cool.
I love eating at the ryokan itself because it's just so easy. And there's not too much open late in these kind of countryside towns. Like you've got to make sure you eat dinner before it's 7 p.m.
I think even the kombini closes at like 6.
Yeah. Good morning. It is currently 6 a.m. and we decided to wake up to see the sunrise. And Manu dashed out so fast and I am currently still here in my futon because it's so cozy, but I have a great view of Fuji from the room, so I don't want to leave. There's a lot of momiji down here on the lake. Ooh, it's really beautiful and I'm just in time for the sun to rise. Made it to the edge of the lake and everyone is in position to get the perfect Mount Fuji sunrise shot. The rising sun, Mount Fuji. Manu is extremely focused on the drone and I can highly recommend coming here in the morning. It's actually stunning and if you're able to wake up and roll out of bed like I did, get this hotel because then you don't have to, you know, take buses and drive here. Because a lot of people have actually driven their cars down and just parked and gotten out, which is also an option. The sun has officially risen and it's time to start a Mount Fuji hunting adventure because we are going to be going to a bunch of amazing Fuji spots today. Convenience stores are super convenient, but this is the most insane thing I've ever seen. You can buy AirPods with the charging case here. What? Like you could always buy the cord like headphones, but not the AirPods? That's crazy. I'm excited because I made it through all the steps. I can't believe it. Even though I'm here right now during the autumn, this place is actually just as beautiful during the spring season. Right here with the pagoda, there's a sakura tree that obviously isn't in bloom, but I could imagine just how stunning it would be. And just for reference, I'm here at about 9 a.m. on a Tuesday and it's not that crowded. I thought it would be quite busy and of course there's people, but it's reasonable. And this place only opens at 9, so I feel like people are coming in before hours to get their shots. I made it to the top and it looks absolutely beautiful. It's breathtaking and this is one of the most iconic shots of Mount Fuji, and honestly when you come here you can tell why, because it just looks insanely good. And I'm glad that
this is the best background. Come on.
It is the best.
Yes.
Yes. If you're looking for the picture perfect spot, you're gonna have to wait amongst all those people there because they're waiting to get to the front and get that, you know, famous photo. I'm pretty happy with the view from the side though, to be honest. The reason we've got such great views here is because the pagoda was built on a mountainside, so you got views overlooking the Fuji Yoshida city. And I think that just adds to the beauty of it. It's not just like Mount Fuji, the pagoda, you got the city literally just like spread out down below. The journey continues. We've now come to a shrine which is more than 2,000 years old, and Fuji is right behind us. It's massive as well. This is one of the biggest torii gates I've ever seen. I highly recommend coming here if you want to see some of the autumn leaves, because it's actually stunning here, especially if you head towards the back of the shrine. Gorgeous like orange leaves that have komorebi, so the light is shining through it and it looks so amazing. This is such a hidden little like autumn leaf spot. We've driven all the way up this windy road to the top of a mountain called Mitsutoge Peak. And the reason we're here is to eat a local dish called hoto. And the restaurant here behind me is called Tenkachaya, and they specialize in these local noodles. And the view of Mount Fuji here is once again incredible. You've got a view of the lake as well as a bridge, the trees. He's getting his tripod ready. It's actually crazy because you can see all the clouds coming in, you can see the snow you got, and the view from the restaurant is going to be this bad boy. So we are lucky. And this place is only accessible by car, so you definitely have to rent a car or have a taxi.
I got myself some good amasake, which sounds like alcohol, but it's alcohol free. It's kind of, I think it's made of the remains of sake, right? Strong recommendation when it's cold, but it's also good in the summer with some ice cubes.
That's good. I like how there's the chunks inside.
Chewy.
My hot noodle dish is here. So this is hoto, and if you've never heard it before, it's a dish that originated from Yamanashi Prefecture, and it's basically udon noodles but flattened out. There are a bunch of vegetables in here, and the broth is made of miso. So it's so heartwarming.
Noodles, it is.
Yeah. This is a perfect winter dish, and I think it's because this area gets so cold in the winter months that they had to like come up with a dish that would warm everyone up.
It's almost like kind of feeling a little bit like lazy. Also, it's kind of like, let's make noodles.
They just chuck everything in, right?
Yeah. But also like, let's just cut them like really roughly.
True. And this pumpkin, I love that. Pumpkin's such a like rare thing to find in a soup here.
Oh, to me.
This tastes a lot like miso soup, so if you like miso soup, you're gonna like this. One thing I like about this restaurant is that there are some outside seats on tatami, and you've got a view of Mount Fuji in the background. And it's actually not too cold, even in the winter, because like we're obviously eating this huge pot of hot noodles, so. Upstairs at the restaurant, they've actually got a viewing room where you have a great overview of Mount Fuji. Very cool. They even encourage you to come up here. And one thing that I found really interesting in here is this sign which describes all the different names for the clouds that form on Mount Fuji, because while we've been traveling we're like, oh look at that cloud, it's so cute. Definitely our favorite is like the little cloud that forms on top of it, like a halo. Look who we're hanging out with. So this is Koume. The owner of this restaurant appeared for Manu's interview. Luckily we just got him in time, and he has the cutest Shiba ever. This was the best view I could ever imagine, seeing this beautiful Shiba, who was also plastered on the local vending machine. And they sent us off with a big goodbye wave, and we actually got to check out this awesome local shrine that the owner recommended. He said that it was something that a lot of tourists wouldn't see, so we couldn't miss that opportunity, and he showed us around. And of course with Shiba, so that was really sweet of Koime to join us. That was our evening, and it was something that was really humbling, just getting to talk to the locals and then wind down back at the hotel playing some cards and just relaxing with another dinner at the hotel. Ohio, it is 6 a.m. again, and we're here to see Mount Fuji at sunrise, and today is even better than yesterday. Not a cloud in the sky. It is super clear today. This is Iyashi no Sato, a traditional village here right behind Lake Saiko. And this is my first time here, but I've been wanting to check it out ever since I saw it. And it's beautiful because they have these traditional reconstructed houses because there was a disaster, a typhoon, which swept away the whole village. And now they've got these thatched roofs and they've actually got like a samurai sword on the top. And it's a really, really beautiful village here tucked away in the forests of Mount Fuji area. And it has incredible views of Mount Fuji. I'm lost for words. We got here first when it opened at 9 a.m. and there was no one, so we could just walk around and enjoy the place to ourselves, which is really rare for these traditional villages. If you've seen Shirakawa-go, it is not like this. It is packed. So it's actually one of my favorite traditional villages I've visited to date, probably because it's just so serene and quiet. And also you can go inside each of the houses because they have things like cafes, museums, gift shops, and then also they've got like some of the tools that used to be used here because it was a farming village, and so all of that has been preserved, as well as a place where you can dress up and wear kimono. And you can also go see like the old samurai. You can actually try it on. It's really cool, they have some corn hanging here. I thought this farming village was just like, you know, preserved, but they're actually still using it today and selling some of the fresh crops that they've made here. And it's a great souvenir. So maybe because we're going back to Tokyo today, I can grab some for my cooking, yeah. The pumpkin here is massive. Look at that.
We get to get. This is what we need to buy, and it's only 500 yen.
Yeah, I know, Tokyo would be like a tiny one.
It would be the spoils of our travels.
Someday in the future, I'd love to have an experience where I live in a thatched home for about a week or something. And I could imagine during the summer, it's incredibly hot, and in the winter, it is incredibly cold because they don't really heat too well. And I need heaters. I read that it was actually Japan's most beautiful village back in the day, and honestly standing here, I can kind of agree. The view of Mount Fuji, as well as in the autumn with the Suzuki, which are these kind of like, they look like wheat, but they're just blowing through the wind. Beautiful. Every spot we've been to on this Fuji trip has been mind-blowingly nice, but this is like just the cherry on top and a nice way to kind of wrap up our lovely Fuji trip. We came to a cafe inside one of the traditional houses, and it's the cutest cafe ever.
It's really cute, and you see Fuji.
Yeah, we got a view of Fuji out the window. We're wearing these like Haori style jackets.
Yeah, that's super cool, by the way.
And we're in a kotatsu, and we both love kotatsu.
Oh yeah. I will say though, kotatsu is something, even like they should sell those in the West too, or anywhere, honestly.
They're the coziest thing ever.
It's basically, do you know, did you explain what a kotatsu is?
It's like a heated table.
It's a heated table with a big blanket. It's a vibe, absolutely.
I have never seen such a cute menu. They have a bear kakigori.
This one is the cutest, I think.
Yeah, the snow rabbit.
Snow rabbit. Yuki usagi. Dude.
Nah. It's like kuma kakigori. I'm so excited. I can't contain my excitement. Are you asking if I'm getting? Of course I'm getting something.
I kind of like the
curry. 注文いいですか？はい。こちらの団子、きな粉とみたらし団子一つずつ。はい。で、抹茶を一つ。
ゆきうさぎが一つでお願いします。
All our food is here, and I got 2 dango. So I got the mitarashi, which is kind of like this saucy one, and I have a kinako one, which is like this powdery soybean, as well as matcha. I like that one
actually a little bit better usually.
Oh, the kinako?
It's like very unique flavor though. Also, I impaled my poor rabbit.
Yeah. It was so cute though. It was the Yukimi Daifuku ice cream.
I felt really bad.
I feel like you could make that at home because you just need to like
buy the one that
decorate it. Yeah.
And put eyes on it. Yeah.
Look at this. It's so juicy. Oh.
You destroy that mochi.
So chewy. You want a bite? And this is the kinako.
Yeah, those are really good.
How good are these? They're only 100 yen each.
I like it's warm too.
Yeah. This is a really affordable village to visit. Only 500 yen. The cafe itself, like your cappuccino, 350.
Yeah.
That's so cheap.
No, it's super reasonable.
Oh my god. What? How? What? Time to enjoy my little piggy matcha pudding, which is so cute, and the way it jiggles is just like insanely adorable. And I've got more kinako, so I might powder him up.
Oh no, straight into the headshot. Going straight for the head.
Definitely very soy milk based. I like soy milk. It tastes like the soy milk, the Kikkoman one you can get here in Japan. It's a really thick pudding, but I think that's good because like you want it to stay in shape.
It almost looks like more like jelly than pudding, I guess. Oh, but it's good.
Yeah, it's very good.
That is good. Alright, I got this nice hunting because the one we wore inside the place was so good. I was like, I want this for cold nights at the office. The nice thing is it is reversible too.
That wraps up our lovely road trip to Mount Fuji. On the way back, we stopped in by this local cafe for some food and then drove back to Tokyo. Thanks for watching. See you guys again later. Bye.